So today my intrigue's got the better of me. So we've actually booked in to get our van weighed and get the car all sorted, so that hopefully they can give some tips on how to pack it right, what our GVM, GCM is and tow ball weight. I was going to look it up initially to do it on the weigh bridge. It was only $50, but it was a bit of a pain because it's really designed for just the truck. So given that it's our first trip, I'm a bit nervous because I haven't seen actually many Navaras tow a van this heavy. I know it's got a 3.5 ton towing capacity, but that doesn't mean too much if you're going to be over or if you're poorly stacked. So today we've got B Weight Safe coming out. Hopefully they can give us some tips and give us the exact measurements of what the car and van weigh. So as you can see, we are towing with was stock standard Navara, but as you can see, we've added a bull bar, a roof rack, and 30 kilo winch. So that all adds up to your overall weight. It's going to change your carrying capacity, and to be honest, I think our van's going to be pretty close because I reckon it's possibly going to weigh more than the car by the time it's loaded up. So we'll see how we go. You're probably wondering why the van's in its pajamas today. Basically, we're not heading off for a couple of weeks. The weather over the next couple of days is going to be a bit ordinary with some possible hail, so let's just protect it. We'll see how we go. I can subtract the weight of that cover off the overall thing, because I think it's just under 10 kilos, so it'll be interesting. So I think the curb weight of the Ute's about just under 2 ton. Then we've added all the stuff that I've suggested, so I reckon we're about 2.5 ton. And I reckon the van's going to be about 3, so we might have to shift some weight and see how we go. But there's limited options with towing. You're either looking at the Land Cruisers or the Patrols, but they're a bit out of range at the minute, and they're interesting because they're not available since COVID. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully we get some good ideas with the weight and how to pack it, and he gives us the exact measurements. So we'll see how we go. Thanks. So I thought I'll give you a quick rundown of some of the abbreviations associated with weights of cars and vans and whatnot. We were pretty new to all of the weights, and we just thought that we'd do a bit of research. There's a lot of questions out there. People still seem to get pretty confused about some of the abbreviations and totals. So pretty much your GVM, that's the total load that the truck can carry on its own wheels. So that's pretty much everything in that car, including fuel, your passengers, your weight of any crap you want to carry, towing around. It's absolutely everything. Keep in mind that that weight also includes the tow ball weight. So whatever you're towing adds to the weight of that or the load of the car you've got, and it comes off your GVM. So say if you've got a tow ball weight of 200 kegs, you're going to have to add that to your GVM in your car or subtract it off to your total. Whereas your GCM includes the trailer weight as well. So that's your gross combination mass. So basically that's the total weight of both your car and your van or trailer, whatever you're carrying. It does add up. So to be legal, you've got to be under both. And that's a total weight. Now, some manufacturers have curb weights or tear weights. They do slightly differ. From my understanding, that the main difference is whether it's got a full tank of fuel or just minimum volume of fluid, so like 10 litres of fuel and a bit of oil. So that can change, but you've got to remember, most people, particularly touring, end up putting on bull bars, roof racks, jerry holders. So that all adds up to your GVM and can rapidly put you over. As you can tell with our Navara, we've added quite a bit since starting it from a stock standard car. So it'll be very interesting to see how we go.
Sit down. Sit down. You're up.
That's not too bad actually. 2672. And full fuel?
Full fuel. Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Say hello.
Hello.
Well, I need to speak to my customers about data and what I'm going to hand out. So
Yeah.
let's see. Right, we'll just see where the table is at.
So tow ball weight.
Table's 234. Your maximum permissible table weight is 120 kilos. This is 3.5 tonne towing capacity.
Yeah.
So 350. Because of the band, it comes down to 320.
Yeah.
Okay, that puts you in that 10% range.
Yep. So tow ball is
Table 234. So we've got room to move there. But what we've got to remember, as we apply more, it adds to the car.
Yeah.
And I'll just give you an idea of how a table weight can change.
Yeah.
So if I just sit this here, you can see that 234.
Yep.
There, that went to 239. It's a kilo less. If I apply pressure there, we're going up to past 250.
Sensitive, isn't it?
Very sensitive. Very sensitive. It gives you an idea how the table
So
weight can change.
if I was to put a 30 kilo bike rack
Yep.
and a couple of bikes,
Yep.
so say if I was to stand on it, is it might stand there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I'll stand there as the bike rack. What does that do to it?
300 kilos.
So that's,
So with you standing there,
I've added 60 kegs.
right, so you're 30 plus your bikes.
Yeah. Because it was 240 without me on it.
Yep, correct. So you've added 60 kilos.
Yeah. Clearly I'm more than 60, so
Yep. Not by much, I'd imagine.
yeah. On a good day.
On a good day.
So if I added a bike rack, that would be all right.
At this point, we're looking all right.
Yeah.
We might be able to change something from the car, just so we don't, because we've still got to bear in mind, we've got to add whatever we add here.
Yep.
So if we were at 300 just then, with you standing on it,
Yep.
so we'll be nearly over.
Yeah, we'd be in stride.
We'd be in stride. This is correct.
No worries.
Okay, so, and as they add, so you've got 2 bar, which holds bugger all.
Yep.
Then you've got 3, which moves up, and then you've got a 4 bar, which
Yep.
will hold a little bit more again.
Yep.
You could put a jerry can holder in there to carry water, but fuel, if it's an impact point, you have an incident, you could lose your insurance.
Yeah. But at least if we can get, a jerry can, if we were to go
Yep.
Water.
free camping for a while.
Correct.
Water can, sorry.
Yep.
And, they're 20, 30 kilos by the time you have to.
And another
Mount.
consideration you can make,
Yep.
there's your lights there,
Yep.
and there on your rego plate will be there.
Yep.
Have you considered a bike rack on the rear?
So I did. So the ones that I was looking at, they're all wall mounted.
Yep.
You can't because we didn't get it.
Yeah, you didn't get that manufacturing, I understand that, yep.
The other ones, I haven't seen one that's really suitable.
Right, okay, all right.
Yeah.
If that's an option,
Yeah.
that's maybe an option I would consider,
Yeah, okay.
because that'll alleviate your tow ball weight.
Yeah.
The best thing about this spare wheel is this spare wheel can be undone, and
There's a zip, should be a zip lock here. But does that give you more sway, more weight at the back?
shouldn't, because if we take, this wheel's probably going to weigh about 28 to 30 kilos.
Yep.
So if we move that, well, we'd have to come to sort of there. So this doesn't impede your registration plate.
Yep.
And if you could fit a bike rack in there, as long as you're not blocking your lights,
Yep.
if you're buying one, the question I would ask is, okay, can I bring it back if it's not suitable? And you can come home and sit the brackets up and see where it sits without having too much trouble.
Yep.
But you could move it there. It would alleviate some ball weight.
Okay.
It would give you a little bit more GVM room in your car.
Okay.
So there's just little things to consider
Yep.
that you can look at going forward. So
Okay. So we've just finished the weigh-in now. It was really interesting, actually. It is best money we've ever spent. So we've come in at a GCM of 5,640, so we're about 300 kilos under, which is good. Interestingly, the GVM on the Navara, we're pretty close. We've sort of offset some of that. We've moved it into the van because we've got more room to play with, but overall we're still under in both. The tow ball weight was only 240, so that was about 8%. So bang on the money where we need to be. Anything under sort of 10, he said, was really good. And in terms of overall weight, we can keep putting stuff into the van. We're going to look at just putting on a bike rack. Interestingly, he suggested it's all right on the back because it will take some weight off the tow ball and the overall GVM of the vehicle. So best money ever spent. Can't highly recommend Pete from Be Weight Safe. He was fantastic. He ran through everything and we've got a full report, so we're fully insured and good to go. Cheers.